I have some parts for Norman. And if this industry, the old tractor restoration industry, is anything like the Jeep restoration industry, most of this stuff is made who knows where and shipped to it. Here's the important part. That's the intake and exhaust gasket. I need that. New muffler clamps, potentially. I'm probably not going to use that PTO until I get some hydraulic attachments, like a wood splitter or something like that. So I'm gonna put a cover on it. This is cast. It feels like aluminum. Imagine the originals were steel, but if anybody's got an original one out there, you can send it my way. That, a new radiator cap. I noticed the other one was bypassing pressure. I know the 51 and 52 at least are pressurized cooling systems. The ones before that were not. But if my 8th grade science class has given me anything, it's that I guess water doesn't boil under pressure. Is that right? Something like that. Anyway. But yeah, we'll get him on there, see if he works. Oh, made in India. Manifold nuts. Should be 4 in there. I think I feel 4. Description was brass. Maybe that's why the head gaskets on these old tractors leak a lot. I don't know. Seems like number 4 leaks more than any others. Well, wonder what those torque specs are. Engineering. Okay, maybe missing some parts. Battery door bumpers. I ordered new engine studs just in case. So I have one and an exhaust gasket. I'll have to check that order. And some fun stuff. This tractor was missing the rear light brackets, so I got one of those. Where's this made? Made in the United States. That's cool. And this oddity, I like original parts. And I saw this feature, and that is apparently a grease gun holder. So that'll be cool. And this is made in China. There we go. Okay. These don't look drastically different. That's probably not original. I don't know. It's just a radiator cap tack welded into this Art Deco piece. This looks a little chintzy. give it a go. Doesn't feel any more positive. Maybe it's just a gasket. We'll see. I gotta take that off and that off. Get those bolts out. Get that off. I know there's fuel in the carb, so I'm gonna run the gas out of it. I just walked the mile to the front of the property and back to get a screwdriver for these. Oh yeah. Walk a mile? No. Borrow your wife's cheaters? Yeah. It's a good look. I don't know. My hat needs an oil change. Having a hard time finding a hat now. You'd shave too. I don't know, maybe lose 20 more pounds. We'll see. Back to work. Yep. Maybe that's why that gasket came with a stud. Yeah, and that's annoying. No good way to grab it. There we go. Isn't that dumb? Okay. It's been a while since I've messed with linkages. What do we got? Yep, there we go. Spring and a pop out. That's easy. What's this one? Yep, same thing. Oh, I love old engineers. God bless them. God bless them. See, that's nice. That stud stayed in that carburetor body. He's a little sooty, but he's not too bad. Choke. Well, that's simple. I like that. Broke that dude in half. Soot buildup. Yeah, it could be there. I got a possible crack there. It's blown through there. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but there's a crack there Let's see what happens. Hey. That's not good. I have to plug that. Motherfucker. Engines. Now, find where that went. Manifold. Ah. Well. Well, I think it's safe to say that that gasket is shot. This gasket is shot. Good, I got all that on video. Well, glad I put the cardboard down. Just got a pan. I don't have a pan. Maybe catch some of this. It just wants to pee. Well, at least it's almost done. Or not. Oh, she's gurgling. Stupid. Here's where the vehicle restore gets hold of me and won't let go. Well, I've got this off, so why not clean this? And then, pretty soon, you've wasted a bunch of money. Among other things. Copper coat. I found a razor blade and I got that manifold cleaned up and the block cleaned up, and I may have showed you already, but a lot of these fail on number 4, and I think that right there is the reason. I think this casting, I don't think this is from heat pitting. It could be, but I don't think so. I think it's just a bad casting, and they didn't leave enough wall right there for that gasket to mate. As you can see, got a good wall here, and I think it's just a bad casting because that machining didn't really hit this whole area, and that could be pitting, but I just don't see it. So anyway, I got some copper coat on here, and I'm gonna try to get this on here all at the same time. Yeah, that dude's not coming off there. Fortunately, it didn't shear off, so we'll pull the plug there. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe. Thinking this engine may have been rebuilt. And they used steel nuts. But I don't know if this is spec'd from the factory or what, but these are brass. So not familiar, not sure what to do. I'll go ahead and put fresh lock washers on. If I can get them on. Because I have fat hands. Man, I don't know. I guess that would, I'll give it a run. I'm doing brass. No, I can't do it. I'm gonna go back with the steel. Go light on the torque. Weird. I'm gonna do this by hand. I probably should have looked up torque specs on this, but it really wouldn't matter because I didn't bring a torque wrench with me. But I do know inside to outside. And it'll heat up anyway. I'm gonna leave that gasket on there. It doesn't look bad. Actually looks pretty good. Not a minute too soon, because I feel raindrops. Wide flange, short flange. I bet the wide flange is at the top, which was contrary to my idea that maybe the embossed printing would go readable. I think that is not the case. Fuel flow. Let's see what happens here. Well, I took him for a test run, and it sounds a lot better. None of that crack, 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 crack. But I gotta do some research on those manifold nuts. I don't know how about the whole brass thing. I do think someone's been in this engine. It's got great oil pressure, even at temperature. Like I said, it doesn't have brass nuts on that manifold. If it originally had brass nuts, they were taken off. But the exhaust intake manifold looks good. I think I may need a new exhaust pipe. That clamp's a little janky, but I think I got it. Pretty simple little project, except for that geyser I found when that steel nut wouldn't come off of that engine stud. So anyway, full of antifreeze. I think I got it.